and welcome back to Oh So Sweet. So in today's tutorial we're going to have a look at creating a little zipper pouch bag. For that you'll need a zip. So I've got a 10-inch zip over here. It's entirely up to you what size you work with, just to have a go at creating something today. And I'm also working with a piece of fabric that is cotton. It's kind of like a brushed cotton. This particular piece, I've made sure where the zip will be fitted on there, it's actually measured up against the size that I've actually got. So just make sure when you're cutting the piece of fabric that that is actually measured up to the size of your zip on one side. So I've got my piece cut out at 10 inches by 8.5. So for the outer pieces, you'll need 2. And I've decided to put a little bit of lining on there. I've decided to use some cotton fabric. And I've cut those to the same size as the other pieces as well. Those are also 10 inch by 8.5. Okay, so let's get started. Okay folks, so let's get started. So we've got our pieces of material here. I've got 2 pieces of inner lining, and I've got 2 pieces for the outside of the pouch along with a 10-inch zip. I've also got a presser foot here that is specifically for applying the zips. So I'm going to attach that and take off the standard sort of presser foot that I've got in here. There is actually a little clip at the back that I can press, and that does actually just pop off. There's no need this time for me to sort of mess about with a screwdriver and remove the whole foot itself. This will actually just clip on. So I'll just pop that under there like that. There we go. So that clip, I've literally just pressed it in and that's now clamped on. And you can use it on the other side as well. There is actually 2 sections here that you can apply the presser foot onto. You can either clamp it onto the left or right, just depending on what's easy for you. So I'm going to just clamp it there onto the left side. And there we go, that's firmly attached now. So what we're going to do is, we're going to start off by applying the zip onto our first piece of fabric. So the fabric is this way up, so just be wary obviously of the direction of the pattern that you're using as well. You don't want one side to be sort of the right way and the other side to be the wrong way. So we're going to attach that top side to the zip. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have the zip facing the actual right side of the fabric. So we've got the wrong sides on the outsides there, so it's the right side of the zip facing the right side of the fabric. Now it will be the top edge that we're sewing against the fabric there, and then what we're also going to do is we're going to apply the lining at the same time. So I'm going to take a piece of lining and I'm going to attach that to the top side so that the zip is actually sandwiched in between the 2 pieces like that. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that under there like that, press the presser foot down, and I'm going to sew straight across. Okay, so you might come to a point where it might be quite difficult to sew straight across because the actual head of the zip is in the way there. So what we might have to do is just lift that presser foot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just undo that zip and just tuck it inside all the way to the back. There we go. And I'm going to just realign those pieces and then continue sewing the rest of that little piece. Oops, put the press foot down. There we go. Okay. So what we've got there is we've sewn all the way across. When I now turn this piece in, you can see that we have actually got the right sides of the fabric now in place, okay? And then what we will do is now we will do a little bit of a top stitch. You can actually get an iron and just press that down. I'm just going to go ahead and just top stitch that. And there we go. So now we've got a very nice neat edge. So one side of our zipper bag is all done. So we're going to move on to doing exactly the same on the other side. Okay, so the next step is, what we're going to do is we're going to join these two pieces together, and we're going to join the bottom two together so that we've actually got the zip just encased in the middle there. Now I'm going to open the zip slightly because when we do actually turn it inside out, we've got a little bit of room there to sort of get in. So half open your zip, or maybe a third of the way, and then put the two patterned sides together. And what we're going to do is we're going to sew all the way around, and we're going to leave a little gap at the bottom of our lining, at least maybe about 2 to 3 inches, where we can sort of turn it inside out. So we're going to go all the way around in a rectangle, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so what we've done is we've gone all the way around the bag, and we've left a couple of inches at the top where we can reach in and now turn it inside out. Okay, so once you've got the bag the right way around, what we need to do is now we need to sew up the little hole that's in there. So you can go straight over the top if you like, or you can do it by hand. I'm just going to run the machine over the top. Okay, and there we go. I'm just going to use my little clippers just to snip the top of that. And there we go. That's now sealed, and it can now go inside the bag. So we're going to push that all the way inside. As you're pushing in, make sure you do get right into the corners over here as well. Really push those corners out. And you can sort of get in there. Perhaps you can use the end of a pen just to poke out the corners. Just be careful, don't use anything that's too sharp or it could damage your material. There we go. And the lining is now in there as well, so we've pushed that all the way. Make sure you do the same with the top. Bring that zip sort of all the way up to the edge. Same with the other side. And there we go. We now have a zipper pouch that is ready to be used. Okay guys, so hopefully that's given you a bit of information on how to apply a zip and how to create a zipper pouch. In my next video, I'd like to share mask making. So many people are making masks at the moment. This is my personal tutorial that I'll be sharing with you on how to create double-sided face coverings and how to attach elastic on those as well. So hopefully you'll join me next time. For now, thank you so much for tuning into Oh So Sweet.